So hello, welcome to our module 10, zone-based policy firewalls. So in this module daw, ang pag-uusapan natin is how zone-based firewalls are used to help secure a network, explain the operation of a zone-based policy firewall, and configure zone-based firewall with CLI. So ang tinutukoy nating firewall dito, yung iOS router natin. Remember, router lang siya, no? So ibig sabihin may feature siya as a firewall, no? Hindi siya dedicated firewall. So before we proceed to our main topic, no, pag-usapan muna natin paano ba na-implement or ini-implement yung firewalling, no, using Cisco iOS. Tandaan natin, meron tayong tinatawag na packet filtering firewall, ano? So, yung packet filtering firewall pala ay gumagamit ng access list. It is applied inbound or outbound the interface na various interfaces, no? So, hindi siya dynamic. So, ano ibig sabihin ng hindi siya dynamic? So, gagawa kasi tayo ng access list dyan, no? Papalabas, no? Tapos yung return traffic, hindi niya kusang i-record, no? Yung mga return traffic. Ganyan kapag ordinary packet filtering, ano. So ibig sabihin i-manual mo pa siya, no? Ma-manual mo pa yung return traffic. So meron ding implementation ng proxy, ano. Ibig sabihin ng proxy, meron kang server na kukontakin, no? Parang yung sa DNS caching server, no? So yung client natin kapag yan ay magbabrowse na internet, yung browser ng client naka-configure yan with the IP address of the proxy server. And then in behalf of the client, no, yung proxy ang kukontak sa internet. So medyo safe yan kasi hindi na po profile ng mga server outside, no, yung client natin, no, pati yung version ng browser na ginagamit ng client natin hindi nalalaman ng mga servers outside, no. And then we have stateful filtering. Ang stateful filtering, gumagamit yan ng table, no, of a remembered traffic, ano. Ibig sabihin yung reply traffic galing sa inside, ano. So pwede tayong mag-configure ng packet filtering firewall using reflexive ACL. Yan, ito gagawin natin maya-maya, no. So sa reflexive ACL daw, lahat daw ng outgoing traffic, syempre meron niyang dapat mechanism to remember the return traffic. So it uses the keyword reflect, no? Yan, keyword reflect to dynamically create an inverse ACL, no, for the return traffic. So para mas maunawaan ito, mas maganda subukan na natin siyang i-configure, no, sa router. I-verify muna natin ang ating mga connection dito sa ating topology. So itong mga client natin, able na yan to access the internet. Yan, check natin, no. So subukan muna natin mag NS lookup. Tapos yan, so nag-return ng IP address ng google.com.ph. So ibig sabihin, itong client na to will be able to access the internet, na. Exit, ping tayo, ping www.google.com.ph. Okay. So itong client na to nakaka-access ng internet. Server natin ganun din. Yung client 2 able to access din the internet, and then itong server na to, no. So ibig sabihin walang security itong router 1 natin. Okay. Minsan kasi may ganitong implementation sa company, ano. So we have the ISP, tapos may provided yun na firewall, and then meron ka pang router, no, para mag-connect ng inyong server and then your local area network. In this case, dalawa yung local area network natin, no. So ang hindi lang maganda sa ganitong setup, no, kung wala pang firewalling, yung traffic from here, no, kunyari imimik natin na outside ito, initiated outside, makakapasok yan dito. Yan, kahit ping, no? So, testingin natin. From the firewall, ping natin yung client 1. Ayan, nagpiping yung server. Okay. So, walang security, no? So, kasi dapat, ang mangyari, yung mga client able to access to the internet, pero yung outside initiating traffic will be blocked, no, dito sa router na ito. So, subukan muna natin i-configure yung tinatawag na reflexive ACL dito sa R1. Okay. So, sa R1 tayo. Ang sabi daw dito, create daw tayo an ACL that will be applied outbound on the internet port. So, check muna natin kung ano yung internet port natin. So, yung may 192.168. Ito yun, G00. Diyan daw tayo maglalagay ng outbound ACL. So, the reflect, return, or any keyword na pwede nyong gamitin will create a reflexive ACL entry called return, no? That can be applied on a second ACL inbound, no? So, check muna natin. Show access list. Yan, so malinis. So, ang command daw ay IP access list. Pwede namang name or number, no? Extended. Pwedeng go, bahala kayo sa sa wording, ano? Ito ginamit ko traffic out. Tapos permit TCP any reflect return, no? Ibig sabihin yung mga return traffic. Ayan. So, yung return keyword lang yan. Again, pwede rin kayo gumawa ng sarili yung keyword yan, ano? So, kunyari nag-browse yung ating client ng website, di ba TCP yun? So, dapat our router will remember the traffic, tapos mag-create yung router natin ng record, no? Or entry ng inverse ACL. Permit UDP, ibig sabihin kunyari DNS, no? ICMP. Actually, marami pa kayong mga protocols na pwedeng gamitin dito. Hindi lang yan, na. Tapos, i-deny natin. Deny any incoming traffic na initiate outside, no? Kunyari, mga attacker, no? Any lag. So, apply natin siya sa interface. In G00 IP access group, traffic dash outbound, and then show access list. Ayan. So, dito sa ginawa natin, no? Makakapag-access tayo ng internet. Kaya lang, kapag kami nag-initiate ng traffic outside, makakapasok pa rin yan, eh. Kasi mayroon pa tayong step number 3. Check muna natin, no? So, from our client, show access list tayo. Okay, and then nasabi daw dito, try to access outside destination and verify the ACL, and then traffic originating from the outside is not blocked by default. Kung ganito yung nilagay natin, kung babalik tayo doon sa ating firewall, no? Ping pasok, no? So to be able, no, to block yung initiating traffic outside, ayan, no, create an ACL that will deny anything except the return traffic. Apply doon natin yan inbound doon sa ating internet port, no? So pangalawang ACL ito. So IP access list extended, traffic in. So evaluate. So our router will evaluate the return traffic, ano, kung ayan ay talagang return traffic. Tapos deny IP any, tapos maglalagyan, no, sa ating console. So testingin natin from our firewall. Ping uli natin yung mga inside IP address. Sandali lang, na-apply ko ba? Hindi ko pa pala siya na-apply. So in G00, tapos IP access group. Inbound, no? Tapos testingin ulit natin yung papasok na traffic. Sabi daw dito, yung ping natin galing sa outside, ano, papunta sa 10.10.254 sa loob, no, sa client 1, dinenay. Ayan, nakablock na siya. So ganoon din yung sa server, di natin mapiping yun. Ayan, so naglalag dito, no? So paano naman yung papalabas sa traffic? So pero before that, let's verify our show access list. Okay, kasi yung mga client natin, no, yung mga CentOS, may mga background services siya na automatically nag-initiate outside, ano, kagaya ng NTP, no, yung oras. Okay, ito na yung ginawang ACL nun, yun. Ito na yung tinatawag nating reflexive ACL, eh. Ayan, no, reflexive IP access list. Kung ang ginamit kong computer dito yung BPCS, ibig sabihin yung basic OS lang na walang mga NTP na tatawagin. Hanggat hindi ako nag-i-initiate ng traffic, wala siyang ganito. Yan, wala siyang ganyan. Dahil ang ginamit kong operating system ay tunay na operating system, CentOS, at merong NTP na naka-configure doon sa ating CentOS, no, by default, kukontakin niya yun. Kaya ito, gumawa, kinontak ng ating client yung NTP server or any services na kailangan niya. Na-remember yun ng ating reflexive ACL, so gumawa siya ng inverse ACL. So gumawa siya nito. Hindi naman siya permanent, no? Ibig sabihin pagka na-restart ko tong router na to, ang matitira na lang dito ay yan, reflexive IP access list return. Tapos pagka nag-initiate ulit ako, kunyari ping 888, makikita nyo rito yung reply, no, yung or yung return traffic galing sa 888 na yan. So automatic niya kinikreate yung return ACL, no. Ayan, ayun yung tinatawag na reflexive ACL, no. So another way to configure the stateful packet filtering, yung tinatawag na context-based access control. So in a context-based access control or CBAC, outgoing traffic are inspected, so reply traffic can dynamically bypass the ACL. So unlike the reflexive ACL, na kung saan marami tayong inilagay na settings, so dito ang gagawin lang natin is to deny incoming or yung papasok na traffic doon sa ating internet port sa router, Tapos maglalagay lang tayo dito ng parang remembering, Ibig sabihin any initiated traffic galing sa inside natin, Kunyari browsing the web, so it will remember that that traffic, and then iba-bypass ngayon yung ACL natin, makakabalik yung traffic or yung return traffic natin sa client. Okay, so nilinis ko na uli itong ating router, malinis na uli yan. So ang gagawin natin ay create an ACL that will deny any initial inbound traffic access list. Pero before that, test uli natin galing doon sa ating firewall. Nakakapasok uli yan kasi binara ko uli yung access list dito. Ayan. So gagawin muna natin is mag-create muna tayo ng ACL that will deny yung traffic source doon sa firewall natin outside the router, So again, yung router 1 ay ko-configure natin as iOS firewall, using CBAC, context-based access control. So create an ACL, kunyari access list or IP access list. Deny IP any, tapos ilalag niya yan, Okay, tapos i-apply natin yan in G10 00 pala, sorry. So int G00, yan, kasi yun yung internet port natin, IP access group deny inbound. So testingin muna natin. Ayan, so naka-deny na siya. Ayan, pero ano kaya yung traffic natin galing sa PC? Makakapag-ping kaya tayo ng Google. So sa ngayon, yung ating ping from Google papunta sa google.com.ph is denied, kasi maaring nakakalabas yun sa router pero hindi kilala yung return traffic. So kaya gagawa tayo ng context-based access control inspection rule to remember certain type of traffic. Napakaraming traffic ang pwede nyo i-configure dito. Ilan lang ito, sa mga protocol na pwede nyo ilagay. Common kasi TCP, UDP, saka yung ping, Okay, so gawin ko muna. Saan ba yung client natin? Balik natin ping. Yan, ayaw, So balik tayo dito sa ating iOS firewall, which is R1. Ang command daw ay IP inspect. Name, pwede nyo tawagin ko ano man yung gusto nyo ilagay, recall TCP. So kung bakit nagdi-deny yan, pwedeng yung mga client natin ay ma-access ng mga NTP server or iba pang mga services nagra-run on the background. UDP, ICMP. So apply the inspection rule outbound the internet port, which is G00 in this case, So, show ano muna tayo? Show IP inspect session. Okay, so it will remember, no? Yung UDP. So, try natin. Try natin mag-ping. Yan yung ICMP. How about girl? So yung ping kay MFI no, naka-block ka na. Anyway. Yan, so ibig sabihin na to, nakaka-return na yung traffic natin. To view lang naman yung inspection rule, ano. You can use yung show IP inspect session. So yun lang, no, regarding dito sa ano, context based access control. Itong reflexive saka yung context based access control, lumang implementation na yan, pero gumagana pa rin, no, sa router natin. Pero ang pinaka modern na, no, para sa iOS, yung tinatawag na zone based policy firewall, which is yun yung i-cover natin susunod. So, overview of a zone-based firewall. So, there are two configuration models, no, for the Cisco iOS firewall, no? Kagaya nung two previous demo, yung reflexive and CBAC. Ayun ay tinatawag natin na classic firewall. The traditional configuration model in which firewall policy is applied on interfaces. And then we have the zone-based policy firewall. Ito daw yung new configuration mode in which interfaces are assigned to a security zone and firewall policy is applied to traffic moving between the zone. There are several benefits of using a zone-based policy firewall. It is not dependent on ACL. The router security posture is to block unless explicitly allowed. Policies are easy to read, no? And troubleshoot with the Cisco Common Classification Policy Language, or C3PL. C3PL is a structured method to create traffic policies based on events, action, or events, condition, and actions. So this provides scalability because one policy affects any given traffic instead of needing multiple ACL and inspection action, no, for different types of traffic. Virtual and physical interfaces can be grouped into zone. Policies are applied to unidirectional traffic between zone. Zone-based policy firewall design. Step number 1 daw, no, you need to determine the zone, no, whether private, public, or DMZ. A zone daw defines a boundary, no, where traffic is subjected to policy restriction as it crosses to another region of the network. Establish policies between zones. Define the session that the client in the source zone can request, no, from servers in the destination zone. Step number 3, you need to design physical infrastructure, no? This includes dictating the number of devices between most secure and least secure zone, no? And determining redundant devices. Step number 4, identify subsets, no, within zone and merge traffic requirements. Although an important consideration daw, implementing zone subset is beyond the scope of this curriculum. So ito yung mga example ng zone-based policy firewall design, no? Itong inside and outside, no? Ibig sabihin ano lang, ang ang design lang ng company ay ganyan lang kasi maliit, no? Papunta lang sa internet. Pwede rin naman na yung medium size na company na merong sariling mga servers, no, na i-host, no, sa internet, na pwede rin i-access ng inside, no? Hindi naman kasi pwedeng pagsamahin yung mga servers dito sa LAN, no? Kung pag-uusapan natin ay security practices, no? And then we have a firewall with a public server, no? Yan. So ibig sabihin napapagitnaan ng firewall at ng iOS router mo itong mga servers, no? And then redundant firewalls. Complex firewall, ibig sabihin maraming zone, no? Doon sa network natin. So the operation. So policies identify actions, no, that the zone-based policy firewall will perform on network traffic. 3 possible actions can be configured daw, no, to process traffic by protocol, source and destination zone, and other criteria. Ito yung inspect, ano? Yung inspect daw perform Cisco iOS stateful packet inspection. Drop, it is analogous, no, to a deny statement in an ACL. A log option is available to log the rejected packets. Yung pass naman daw is analogous to a permit statement in an ACL. So the pass action does not track, no, the state of connection or session within the traffic. So rules for transit traffic. Transit or traffic transiting, through router interfaces is subject to several rules governing interfaces behavior. For the transit traffic example, ayan, ito yung pagbasihan natin, no? Kunyari yung private, DMZ, and public. So, kung ang source traffic daw natin is not a member of a zone, no? Ibig sabihin hindi naka-configure yung zone, ano? Tapos ang destination mo daw ganun din. Walang pairing, walang policy, magko-communicate yan, no? Kung isa ay member of zone, the other is not, tapos no pairing, no policy, the action is dropped. If the source traffic is not a member of a zone, tapos ang destination mo ay member of a zone, no? Kagaya lang dito, no? Nakadrop yung yung kanyang action, no? So private to private, kahit wala pang zone pairing na nakakonfigure at policy, pag nagping ka dyan, magre-reply yan, no? So private to public, kailangan merong zone pairing sa policy, no? Para mag-pass ito. So private to public, with zone pair, even though walang policy, ang result is pass. So kung meron siyang zone pair configuration policy, the action is inspect, no? So pag-usapan naman natin yung traffic papunta sa router or from router, no? So sabi daw self zone yung traffic nun, no? The self zone is the router itself and includes all the IP addresses assigned to the router interfaces. So this is traffic that originates at the router or is addressed to a router interface. So kahit na ang source ng traffic mo ay galing sa client computer, kung ang destination mo ay self zone, kung wala namang policy nakalagay doon, mag-reply, ano? So the rules daw depends on whether the router is the source or the destination of the traffic from the router, no, going to a destination that is a member of a zone. So kahit wala pang pairing sa policy, pass yung result, no? From the router to a zone member with a pairing, and even though walang policy, pass pa rin ang result nito. From self zone to a member of a zone na merong zone pair and policy exist, inspect daw yan, no? Ito yung stateful inspection eh. So from a zone to a self zone, no pairing, no policy, pass. From a zone to a self zone with zone pairing, no policy, pass. From a zone to a self zone, no? Zone pair exist, meron, saka policy, inspect. Yun yung action niya, no? So configuring a zone based policy firewall, step by step, no? Create the zone, identify the traffic with a class map, define an action with a policy map, identify zone pair, no, and match it to the policy map, and assign to appropriate interface. In this case, I will use the topology, ano, na ginamit din natin doon sa mga naunang demonstration. So right now, hindi pa naka-configure itong R1 natin as zone-based policy firewall. So yung traffic natin from client 1 to client 2, tumatagos siya, nagpiping yan. Client to server, server to client 1 and 2, client to the internet, no? Or clients to the internet, server to the internet, no? And then traffic from the outside nakakapag-ping dito, no, sa client. So wala pa talagang filtering ito. Okay, so gamitin na natin yung already made na sample config, ano. Ayan. So mag-identify daw muna tayo ng zone. According here to our topology, ito yung client 1 and client 2, gusto ko i-member yan ng inside, no. So kunyari inuna kong i-configure itong port na to as inside, no. Inassign ko kaagad doon sa interface, no. Pagka nag-issue ako ng ping, no, from client 1 to 2, ano na yan, madadrop na yan. At unless ito naka-member din ng ng inside, no. So kung pareha sila ng member inside, magpiping yan. So kung ito na configure natin, no, inside, tapos ito wala, pagka nagping tayo, denied na, denied din, papalabas yan. So ganoon din naman, no, kung ito naka DMZ, naka outside, kung wala pa namang mga zone pairing saka policy, hindi sila mag-uusap, no. Pwede lang mag-uusap dito yung devices in the same zone. So mag-define na muna tayo inside, outside, no. So sa R1 natin siya i-configure. And then identify traffic using class map. So ang gagawin ko is from the inside protocol, no. Initiating client, pwede siyang mag-request ng TCP, UDP, ICMP. Allow natin yan. Pwede naman kayo mag-define pa ng iba pang mga traffic, no. Paglalaroan nyo lang yan. So class map, type inspect, match any, And then ito, ano to eh, text lang ito, no? Inside protocols. Yung i-identify natin. Match protocol TCP, UDP, ICMP. Yan. So kung merong mga hindi gumagana, no, after nyo ginawa yan, may kulang pa, no, dagdag nyo na lang, no. So marami kasi yan eh. Pagka nag-question mark tayo, yan, ganyan siya karami, no. May FTP pa, no. So tapos na ako dyan para sa example lang naman natin. Ito naman, no, from DMC, no, yung mga traffic na i-allow natin. So yung DMC server natin, i-allow din natin siya for ping outside, no, or tama, ping outside, going to the internet, or going to the inside natin. So pwedeng i-allow yun, no, DMC to inside kasi pag-aari naman yan ng organization. Ang hindi lang dapat na mangyari ay from outside initiating traffic, i-allow mo, no, papunta sa private, saka sa ano, tama, sa papunta sa private, okay lang sa DMC. Kasi yun naman talaga yung goal nun eh. Okay, so class map type inspect DMZ protocol. Pwede nyo naman ibahin yung tawag dito, no? Hindi naman kailangang parehas lang nito sa sample ko. So much so pwede siya makapag web, or yan yung target natin, no? Anyway, gayahin ko na lang muna yung sa ano, dito TCP, no, TCP kasi pwede rin siyang mag-initiate ng TCP, UDP or ICMP. Paglaruan na lang ninyo, no, in case na may mga servers kayo dun sa loob. So hindi ito kasama, no. So tapos na ako mag-identify ng traffic. Ang susunod dito, identify the action using policy map. So policy map type inspect inside to outside, papunta sa internet. So inside, ito yung class map natin, no? I-map natin siya sa class map. DMC DMC to outside ito. And then lagay na rin natin to yung ano, DMC to inside to DMC, no? identify the zone pair, no? Yung magiging kapares, no? So, laray nito. Zone pair. From inside to outside. Source traffic inside. Destination. From DMZ to outside. Specify the policy to use on zone pair using service policy. Tapos, i-specify na natin, no? Or i-assign na natin yung zone na yan sa interface. Ang G00 natin is internet yan eh. Int G00 zone member security. Yung G01 natin, yan yung inside, no, yung client 1. Ganon din yung 2. Ito yung DMZ natin. Okay, and then testingin natin, no, kung ano nangyari. So client 1, client 2 should ping, should reply, no. Okay, i-reply. So ping How about outside? Server kaya? Hindi niya napipin nito. Siwa. Match all. So, baburahin muna natin yung zone pair nito, no? Ibig sabihin yung bago mag-assign doon sa interface, pabalik, no? Kasi sabi daw being used daw eh. Okay, so may mali lang ako doon sa configuration, no? From our server. So yung ating DMC can access now the outside, no? So yung ating client can access inside, DMZ, and outside. So meron naman tayo mga verification command, ano? So tingnan na lang natin itong ginawa kong summary, ano? Show zone security. Show zone security. Enter natin. So dito makikita ninyo yung ginawa nating zoning, ano? Inside, outside, DMC, and associated interface nila, no? So malalaman nyo kung tama yung naka-associate na interface. Show zone pair. Okay, verify the zone pairing configuration, no? Kung ayan ba ay inside to outside, inside to DMZ, DMZ to outside. And then show policy map. Type inspect zone pair. To obtain more information about the zone pair policy map, class map, and match counter. Ayan. Match counter, no? Match any. So sa TCP, ICMP, 3 packets. Ayan. So yan lang, no? Regarding dito sa ating zone based policy firewall configuration, ano? I hope this video nakatulong, no? Para ma-visualize ninyo kung paano mag segregate ng or mag-separate ng traffic, ano? Or i-configure yung router iOS as a router, no? So marami kayong pwedeng laruin dito sa mga protocols or sa mga direction, no, ng traffic. So practice lang, no? And thank you nga pala, no, for time, no, for viewing, no, and listening to our topic. So see you again in the next module.